Hello everyone and welcome to STARFIELD. In this episode we're going to cover character creation. One of the most fun and interesting things at the beginning of any RPG is creating the look of your character. Now you can customize all the elements in how you look, from your body style to your face, also your character's background, and you can also pick 3 traits for your character. So let's slow this down and take it back frame by frame. Now the first thing you'll notice in the bottom kind of left corner, it says note, biometric customizations can be changed later by visiting a genetics facility. So none of this is written in stone. You can go to visit one of these facilities and make any future changes. So with your body type, you can be more muscular, more thin, more heavy, depending on what you want your character to look like. And also something new that I thought was interesting, and that is a walk style, the walk cycle. And in addition to that, the normal, adjustments for hair length, hair color, eyes, etc. Now moving on to your character's background, you can see on the far right a list, and they've got 16 there so far. They didn't go into details on every single one, but let's start at the top. We have Beast Hunter, Bouncer, Bounty Hunter, that sounds good to me, even without a description, sorry, Chef. While the unrefined masses scarf down chunks by the shipload, you catered to those with a more discerning palate. In your kitchen, countless alien species became true culinary masterpieces. And under your starting skills, you can craft specialty food and drinks and research. I have a feeling things like research are going to be very, very important. Additional recipes at a research lab. Dueling, melee weapons do 10% more damage, and wellness, immediately gain 30 points of health. And let's go down to combat medic. Leave it to human beings to fight over something as infinite as outer space. That's where you come in. You've never been afraid to take on the enemy, but you'd much rather take care of your friends. Your starting skills are pistol certification. Pistols do 10% more damage. Medicine, your med packs heal 10% more. And weightlifting, increase your total carry capacity by 10 kilograms. So there will be weight limits for our characters. Hopefully it's not going to be horrible. Probably will be. Next up, we have Cyber Runner. From Neon to New Atlantis, the megacorps stand as monuments to power, prestige, and profit. You've worked both for and against them, on the inside and out, often sacrificing conscience for credits. That's interesting. Pistol certification, again, security. You can attempt to hack advanced locks, and 2 auto attempts can be banked. Interesting. Persuasion. I like this one. Gain an increased chance of success on speech challenges. So this character will have worked for either side. So I like that. Next up, we have a cyberneticist. Robots, mere toys, neuroamps, good for parlor tricks. The Colony War may have made implants and upgrades available to veterans, but you once saw a greater future, humans and machines as one. Your 3 starting skills are your med packs heal 10% more. Robotics, you deal 10% more damage to robots and turrets. So at least we know there are robots and turrets to shoot. Lasers, your laser weapons do 10% more damage. I'm really interested in the implants and upgrades to veterans of the Colony War. Diplomat, the wars are over. Peace now reigns the settled systems, but only because there are those quietly fighting to keep it. Because of you, agreements were signed, words were heeded, and lives were spared. Your 3 starting skills, persuasion, diplomacy, you can force a target NPC at or below your level to stop fighting for a while. And bargaining, buy items for 5% less and sell for 10% more. And below diplomat, we also have explorer, gangster, homesteader, industrialist, long hauler, pilgrim, professor, and ronin, and with the slider, there'll be more after that. And there are 3 optional traits that you can choose for your character. First up, we have introvert. You really need your alone time. You have more endurance when adventuring alone, but less when adventuring with other human companions. Can't be combined with extrovert. Kid stuff. Your parents are alive and well, and you can visit them at their home, but 10% of all money you earn is deducted automatically and sent to them. That might be a place that you can stay and use as a base instead of building your own place, at least for the beginning of the game. And Neon, Street Rat. Neon is a location in the game where they manufacture a psychotropic drug. You grew up on the mean streets of Neon. You gain access to special dialogue options and better rewards from some missions on Neon. Crime bounty by other factions is greatly increased and cannot be combined with any other faction allegiance trait. Raised Enlightened. You grew up as a member of the Enlightened. You gain a significant discount at the organization's store, but lose access to Sanctum Universum store. And below that, when you can see Raised Universal, same thing. You have access to one store and not the other, so two religious groups. And a third one, Serpent's Embrace. You grew up worshiping the Great Serpent. Grav jumping provides a temporary boost to health and endurance, but health and endurance are lowered if you don't continue jumping regularly, like an addiction. Can't be combined with any other religion trait. And Spaced. Your body has become acclimated to space. Health and endurance are increased when in space, but decrease when you're on the surface. Can't be combined with terra firma. So now we know which of those two. So it can't be combined. So hopefully you can switch them out and figure out where you're spending more of your time, out in space or on some of the planets. And Starter Home. You own a small house on a peaceful little moon, but it comes with a 50,000 credit mortgage with Gal Bank. Now, obviously getting around to me is more important. So if they have something like a starter spacecraft where, you start off with a starter spacecraft that you can start to mod up, will get you out in space and looking for the artifacts a whole lot faster rather than having a base home to store things. That's just me. And below that, we have the last few: Taskmaster, Terra Firma, United Colonies Native, Unwanted Hero, and probably two more hidden by the slider menu. So at least this gives you an idea of how you can customize your character, also choose their background and their background traits. I think this is going to take a while, but hopefully this will give you guys a little bit of an idea of what they've got here, and mixing these up is going to be a lot of fun. Moving on to your character's skill tree. Across the top, you can see on the far left, physical, social, combat, science, and tech. So let's take a look at the first one that they managed to pause on under combat, targeting. Now, what you're unlocking is greatly increased accuracy and range when shooting without aiming. And this particular character they're showing here, it looks like there's 4 ranks, and you've unlocked rank 2 of 4. And you have to complete challenges. So 125 kills that way. I used to do this in Titanfall, where you had, to rank up the next skill, you had to do a certain amount of work to rank up, which is kind of nice. And next up, we had a brief pause over sniper certifications. Scope weapons are steadier and have less sway. Only a trained sniper truly understands all the elements necessary to patiently and effectively neutralize a target at excessive range. So again, it looks like all of these are going to have 4 ranks, which makes it super easy. And rapid reloading, unlock. Gain a chance to reload your weapon twice as fast as normal. So gain a chance. Reload 150 empty magazines to do your challenge progress on that one. And then obviously 4 ranks. And heavy weapon certification, gain on this person has 3 of 4 ranks unlocked. So it's looking like you gain 10 damage resistance per level. So at this third rank, gain 30 damage resistance while aiming down sights with a heavy weapon. And each rank you have to kill 250 enemies with a heavy weapon. And demolitions, this one's at rank 2 of 4. Unlock explosives do 30% more damage and have a 30% larger radius. Ballistics. Ballistic weapon range increased by 30%, and this one was at rank 3 of 4. There's a lot here, similar to all the other games, especially Fallout 76, Fallout 4. And here's a closer look at one of the rank cards, and it's kind of interesting. It talks about ballistic weapons. If you look at rank 1, your damage goes up 10%. Rank 2, your damage goes up 20%. And rank 3, it goes up 30%. And you'd think rank 4, it would go up higher. It doesn't. Ballistic weapons range is increased by 30%. And they still have yet to show physical, social, science, and tech under the trees. Let's move on to the research table or research laboratory. Brief look at it there. Your 5 categories, starting with pharmacology, food and drink, outpost development building, equipment, and weaponry. If we go up to the top under pharmacology, there is a research project in progress for medical treatment and performance enhancement. So that's interesting. Food and drink obviously is going to be playing a major part in this. Outpost development, resource extraction looks like level 1. Maybe you actually can extract. We've seen one of the kind of like a laser extractor in the reveal trailer. Equipment, helmet mods. So I guess these are things under equipment, not weaponry, but things related to your actual space suit. And we haven't seen anything for spaceships. We'll get into that on another video. And weaponry. So you have under each category, you have a certain number of available projects. So I guess as you acquire and extract resources and finish certain things in your tech tree, then I guess the research lab will open up for you. And let's take a closer look at some of the weapon mods. It looks like the usual stuff. Barrel modifications. There are 2 grip mods for this particular weapon. It's a tiny pistol called the Eon by Combatech. Optics and sights and your muzzles. And here's a quick look at it with the modifications, shooting some of the creatures on one of the planets. And that pretty much wraps up character creation, a little bit of the tech tree and the research lab. Here's a brief look at the build process, building bases on various planets. I broke all of this footage down frame by frame, so I'll leave a link in the description below. Thanks so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Starfield episode.